start our program. Those of you who are just joining us, Mr. Ullman and Mrs. Myers will continually keep posting the link for you to please take attendance upon your entry. So some of the norms that we would like to follow are obviously, please keep the comments positive and productive. So there was some chat about the music. I was playing upbeat music. That was me. So if that annoyed you, I apologize. And then also post questions in the chat when you have them. And we will, again, try to make sure that we address those throughout our program. So this is a video we're gonna quickly watch that our staff put together to welcome you back. All right, so welcome Raiders. At this time, there are about 55 more participants who have joined us. So I'm gonna quickly just go back to this first slide. Again, those of you who are just joining us, please do either scan this QR code or go to this website. It's also been posted several times in the chat for you to take attendance. We're gonna now move on to our introductions. If I could please have one of the moderators copy and paste the link for people to sign in upon entry, that'd be great. Thank you. All right, so quickly, our agenda for today. First, following myself going over this agenda, I'm going to show you how to add the class of 2024 Google Classroom to your Google Drive. So I will walk you through those steps. You do have to be in your APS email to do this. So hopefully most of you already have access to your APS email. If you don't, then you're not going to be able to add the class at this time. You'll be able to add it tomorrow once you join your classes. Then we will have introductions. So we have our principal and assistant principals on standby. They're going to greet you. Then we'll have the bookkeeper and some other important people that you will need to know who they are. After that, our link crew leaders and coordinators, Ms. Myers and Mr. Ullman, are going to introduce themselves. They are going to be your guides this year alongside of our junior and senior student volunteer link crew leaders. They will explain to you how the breakout rooms are going to happen. That's when you're going to be in small groups. You'll get to unmute and really talk and ask all the questions and do some fun activities. Lastly, after those breakout rooms, you'll be in those breakout rooms for about 45 minutes. We will come back on this Zoom all together, and Mr. Laguana, who is our choir director, is going to wrap us up. All right, so that's the agenda for today. Again, if you're just joining us, please click on the link that's been shared repeatedly in the chat to take attendance for today. Also, we do need you to rename yourself, your first and last name, as a student. And if you don't know how to rename yourself, again, you hover over your picture, those 3 dots, you scroll down to rename, and voila, you can rename yourself. All right, so at this time, I'm gonna walk you through how to join the 2020 Google Classroom. So I'm gonna actually, what you should do too is, can I please have one of the moderators copy and paste this code into the chat to make it easier for students? So the first thing you need to do is once it's posted, thank you, Roberto, you're on it. And Nicholas, I appreciate you guys. So keep posting that, I appreciate that. All right, so you're gonna go to the chat box and copy the code. Most of you know how to do this already, so feel free, you can work ahead of me. But you're gonna copy the code. Then you're going to open up another page. And then you can call this whatever you wanna call it. I call it a waffle. But you're gonna go down to Google Classroom. You should already have an icon if you're logged into your APS email. Alternatively, in the search box, you can just type Google Classroom. And it should be the very first one that pops up. This is gonna be one of your best friends. This is how you're gonna access your classes. So you probably wanna bookmark this so that it shows up easily for you. All right, once you're in, you'll see all of the Google Classrooms that you've been a part of. You're gonna go up to the upper right-hand corner where it says, there's a plus sign, and it says create or join a class. You're gonna click there. You're gonna go to join class. You already copied the code, so just click where it says class code and paste your code there. Then you're gonna hit join at the upper right-hand corner. When I hit enter, it did not take me automatically. I actually had to scroll up to the upper right-hand corner. Now, if for some reason it doesn't work for you, check here to make sure you're in your aurora-k12.org email. If you're not in your aurora-k12.org email, you will not be able to log on. So once you join, there are going to be a lot of documents and links that we are going to be sharing with you today that you can access here, like the slideshow that I've been presenting. We're going to post that for you. The breakout rooms will be posted. So if you're not familiar with how Google Classroom works, the stream here or just every little announcement here. Classwork in the middle, this will be where there's action items. There are no action items currently. And then if you click on people, you can see all of the fellow. All right, so we're gonna move on with our program, with our introductions. If you haven't quite added the Google Classroom, we can pause for that later in the program. So again, Raider Strong is our theme. We know that these are troubling times and very traumatic for a lot of families. And so just know that even though this is an upbeat presentation, please know that if you need support, we are gonna request that you reach out to your counselors. You're gonna meet them shortly, as well as your teachers. My name is Ryan Nelson-Jayesimi. I'm one of the assistant principals. If you want to send me a direct email if you need support, but we are here for you and we are Raider Strong. So we know that we're going to persevere and get through this year together, and we're going to do the best that we can. At this time, our principal, Lisa Gross, is going to welcome you.
Thanks. Welcome, class of 2024. Thanks for being patient with this technology. It's hard this first time out to make sure we're working out the kinks. Your teachers will be doing the same thing. My name is Ms. Gross, Principal of Rangeview, and I sure wish we were in the gym this morning looking at you face to face. I know we'll get to that point again, and we're so looking forward to being in person one of these days down the road. So just hang in there with how this year's starting. It's tough for everybody across the entire United States, in some places worldwide. So we're kind of all in the same boat together, but I'm so glad that you are joining us at Rangeview High School. I am a proud graduate of Rangeview High School way back in the day, and on the screen, my left-hand picture there is my graduation picture from back in the 80s. Yep, I'm old. I went on from Rangeview to play basketball at the University of Northern Colorado and become a teacher. And then I came back to Rangeview High School and I taught social studies at Rangeview High School for a number of years. I was a dean of students and an assistant principal at Rangeview before I left to be the principal at Murphy Creek P through 8 just down the road. And I know I've seen some of my Murphy Creek kids on the call today. So welcome Jets to Rangeview High School. And now I'm back at Rangeview. This is my second year as the principal of Rangeview High School. And I'm just so thrilled to be back at the school where my heart is. I love the school. It's an amazing place. It's caring and open and welcoming. And I hope over the next few weeks, even online with your teachers, that you feel that. One of our biggest things, some of you may come in from a school that was a no place for hate school. We continue to be a no place for hate school at Rangeview. And this is, I think, our, 15th year or so of being no place for hate school, and we've been doing it a long time. And so I want to make sure that even as you guys are online with your teachers and your friends and your classmates, that we remain respectful and open with each other in a great way, and that everything that we do online is on the up and up, especially how we talk to each other in the chat as a no place for hate school. Welcome, class of 2024. I'm so looking forward to get to know you over the next 4 years, and especially one day in person. Thanks for being here this morning. I'll turn it back over to Ms. Jayasamy.
Thank you, Ms. Gross. All right, again, if I could please have our moderators continuously post the link for newcomers to take attendance. Thank you so much.
You guys can clap for me. Woo!
Yes.
Thanks for putting that in the chat.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to have Assistant Principal Tammy Strauss.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tammy Strauss. I'm the Accounting Director, and I am so glad to welcome you to Rangeview. Rangeview has everything it could possibly offer to all students, and I believe in what it has. So much that I brought both of my kids to Rangeview, and they both graduated from here. It's full of opportunities, and what I wrote on my slide is get involved. So we have over 35 clubs to join, from Dungeons and Dragons to the Polynesian Club to robotics to the Social Justice Club, and we have several new clubs that are starting this year, including cooking, sports video game tournaments, and if you don't see a club that you might want to join, then we can start new clubs. All you need is to have 15 people, and we'll help you find a sponsor. You need to meet 10 times over the course of the year, but we want you to be involved. Additionally, we have journalism, yearbook, student leadership, choir, band, theater, dance, speech, and debate, and you'll hear about athletics a little bit later. Mrs. Gross talked about no place for hate. That's really important to our school. But as I said before, to me, the most important thing about high school is being a part of it. Get involved. Come meet me. I want to meet you.
Thank you, Ms. Strauss. Next, we're going to have Assistant Principal Jen Ron introduce herself and welcome you.
Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? My name is Jennifer Ron. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Rangeview. I've lived in the Aurora area for like 27 years. I moved here in high school. I went kind of a route that a lot of people went. I went Community College of Aurora, Metro State, Regis University, and Grand Canyon. Worked at several places during in Aurora Public Schools, but I am so happy to be at Rangeview. This is my third year at Rangeview, and I absolutely love it here. So I can't echo what Ms. Strauss says more. Just get involved. Find your place, because there is a place for you at Rangeview, whether it be sports, whether it be clubs. your academics, whatever it is. If you ever want to talk Disney or traveling or anything else, please stop by. Can't wait to meet all of you. But let's go Raiders, Raiders strong.
Thank you, Ms. Ron. Next, we will have Mr. Tucker introduce himself. He's also assistant principal here at Rangeview High School. Mr. Tucker.
Raiders, what's going on? I'm excited to meet all of you virtually, and hopefully we are soon meeting in person. Fingers crossed. A little bit about me is I've been in Aurora for now 8 years. I was in a couple different districts before then, but I spent my last years before Rangeview at Aurora Frontier, and so I'm getting some texts and some noticings from you at Frontiers, much like Miss Gross and the Murphy Creek Jets. But it's good to see you guys coming on over. Rangeview is a super crazy awesome place. So many cool traditions, so many cool things going on. So definitely get involved. I am big in motorcycle riding as well as playing instruments. So if you are into playing instruments and like playing rock and roll in bands, stuff like that, I'd love to connect with you and touch base. I played last year with the School of Rock Band. It was a lot of fun. So I try and stay involved as much as possible as well. I am a third generation Colorado native. So I've been around for a long time as far as in the Colorado area. And like I said, just please get involved, connect with your teachers. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a year to remember. We'll be talking about this year for the rest of your life. You'll be like, remember that year in COVID? You remember that? So it's going to be a special time, but give grace to your teachers and give it to yourself. If you're confused right now, that's okay. We all are. So don't worry about it. But it's a great day to be a Raider. Signing off.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Again, hello, everyone. I did introduce myself, but I didn't really tell you a little bit about myself. This is my 18th year in education. I taught for 16 years, high school and middle school science. I'm originally from Chicago. I relocated here with my family about 7 years ago. I did work at Aurora West College Preparatory Academy, teaching middle school science. And then I worked at Vista Peak Exploratory for 2 years prior to coming here. This is my 3rd year as a Raider, and I absolutely love it here. You are gonna love it too. I can't wait till we return to some normalcy so that you can get in the building and really see all of the wonderful things and experience in person the things that we have to offer. But for now, we are here to support you virtually, and it's gonna be a great year, all right? So we have to try to stay positive. So thanks for being here. Next, I'm gonna introduce, she's not popping on right now, but our admin TOSA, Linda Moriarty. She has been a teacher for 9 years. She's been a counselor for 8 years, 7.5 years here at Rangeview. She's going to be supporting our ABS teams and MTSS attendance. So you probably won't really work with her directly, but she's gonna be behind the scenes to support you. Miss Becky Buttshaw is our bookkeeper. So you might want to jot that down if you decide to join athletics. And we do have our athletic director who's going to pop on shortly. He's going to talk to you about the sports that you can actually participate currently. If you need to pay any fees or things like that, Miss Buttshaw is who you would contact. So again, that's her information. It's also on our school website. Miss Tammy Wilbrink is our school nurse. I'm going to pause. I'm not sure if she's on or not. If she is on, I'm going to let her pop on and share.
Okay, I am here. Welcome, class of 2024. I'm really excited to have you here. I am the registered nurse here at Rangeview High School. And unfortunately, everyone thinks of COVID with nursing right now. And I'd like to kind of get away from that a little bit for a minute. My purpose here at Rangeview is to help you with a lot of things. We need to do the 9th grade vision and hearing screening, which hopefully we'll be doing once we're all back in school. I'm looking forward to that. I'm here to support your physical and mental health needs, provide you with resources and information to assist you with school assignments. So if you have questions about anything, feel free to email me. I'm on the school website. And I'm also here to assist you with your health and wellness planning. I've been at Rangeview for 4 years this time. I was at Rangeview a long time ago, so I've been in the district 22 years. I went with one of the district assistant principal from Rangeview to Central. When he left, I came back to Rangeview. So once a Raider, always a Raider. We love it here. My biggest wish right now is to have the diagnosis of COVID slow down in our community. In order to accomplish this, I need to remind you to wear a mask when you're outside of your house. That's also a really good habit that it's going to make it easier for you to tolerate when we're back in school. Stay 6 feet from your friends when you're hanging out. Wash your hands frequently. I'm not going to say I want to see you in my clinic because that would mean you're sick. So I am really looking forward to hearing your shouts and laughter in the hall outside my office.
Thank you. Ms. Fox is our reading interventionalist, and if you have a read plan, she will be popping in and supporting you in those classes. So next, we're gonna quickly, Randy Mills is our technology coordinator.
Good morning and welcome to Rangeview High School. It's a pleasure to have you all here with us. We look forward to your time over the next 4 years, and remember, once a Raider, always a Raider. I am Randy Mills, or Mr. Mills. I am in charge of the technology for Rangeview High School, and I also teach engineering classes and computer science classes. So I have 2 roles in the school, and I'm very, very busy, but I will do whatever I can to help you as you go through your 4 years here. A couple of things I want to introduce to you is the website. Our website is geared towards you. It's geared towards your parents, and lastly, it's geared to everybody else. So understand that when we have information here for you as students, there is a lot of information there. Counseling information is also very important for you to work with. You will see a listing of your counselors and their emails. You can also look here at the staff. Staff links will be down here. The quick links that you will work with will all be right here. There's several very important buttons on the side: the calendar, the athletic calendar, the club calendar, the weekly wrap, which is our Friday broadcast, the daily announcements, and of course our YouTube channel. So please be aware of those. And I want to give you one little tip as to where I'm located. Is again on the website. I am up here in the business hallway. Now, unfortunately, right now it's difficult because this is a lot of information in a very small place. But I do reside up in the old business hallway, and my classroom is right there. If there's any way I can be of assistance to you, let me know. I will do all that I can to help make your 4 years go smoothly, technologically. So have a great day and enjoy the rest of your time with the link leaders.
Mrs. Stiles, who is our gifted and talented coordinator. She's going to pop on and just share with you.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rangeview. I'm the gifted and talented coordinator. My name is Kellyanne Stiles, and you can kind of see a few pictures there of some things that kind of represent our GT program at Rangeview. We have GT students coming from all of our different schools. We also have Quest, which is sort of a GT magnet school. So that means that there's kind of a large group of students from there. So I really encourage you to reach out to each other, to connect with lots of different people, people that you didn't just go to school with before, but make some new connections. And I'm really here to help support you emotionally, socially, academically, physically, make sure that you're in the classes that you need, understand what being GT looks like in high school, help you with your advanced learning plan, and work with teachers to help them make sure that you're getting what you need. So I'm here as a resource. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll be checking in with you as well, and I look forward to getting to know you.
All right, I'm just going to pause for a second. Students, please stop posting random symbols. They're very cool. Feel free to email them directly or text them to your buddies. I need people to stop making inappropriate comments about other things that people are posting. I do not want to have to kick anyone out of this Zoom meeting, all right? So we've warned you. We have moderators that privately sent you chats to cease, and some of you are not following directions. So I'm just going to let you know that if you continue to put inappropriate things in the chat and clog it up, you might be kicked off of this Zoom meeting. So please stop. Only ask questions meant for staff. All right, thank you. All right, next we're gonna have our athletic director, Sean Palmer.
Hi Raiders, my name is Sean Palmer. I am the athletic director, also the boys basketball coach here at Rangeview. I've been here 19 years. I'm really excited about providing opportunities for you guys to be able to play sports. Even though you're not in school every day, we still have sports going on. We want to be able to get you involved as quickly as possible. We actually have 4 sports going on right now that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. And we also have opportunities here before the sports season start for other sports that you can get plugged into. So if we can move that next slide down, we can talk about what sports we have going on right now. Okay, great. We have cross country, boys golf, boys tennis, and softball, all sports that are going on right now and you can still get plugged into. We have our first contest for a lot of these sports this week, but if you need any information, you can go on our Rangeview Athletic website, get plugged in, get coaches' information, schedules, and everything that you need to find out on how to get registered for any of these sports. You see our calendar is a little different this year. We've got sports that have been pushed back into January, like basketball, wrestling, and swimming. And then our football season, as well as boys soccer and our traditional fall sports have been pushed back now into March. But there's still opportunities for you to play in all of these sports. If you can go down to the next slide, we can talk about how to get plugged in, even if you're not plugged into a sport right now. We're going to have workouts that start the week of August 31st. So we have a couple weeks off right now. But if you're interested in some of those sports that I mentioned that are not going on right now, we are going to start some workouts. A lot of our sports have different websites that you can get through the main Rangeview website. But also, like I said, the athletic website has opportunities for you to see what these workouts are in different sports. So there's lots of opportunities. Ms. Strauss mentioned all the clubs that we have available that you can do virtually, but you can also get on campus and participate in some off-season workouts with your different coaches here coming up pretty soon. So stay engaged, look for opportunities. If you have any questions, you see down there is my email and our phone number to the athletic office. We also have social media opportunities, but get plugged in, take the initiative, ask questions. We're here to help, and we hope to see you on a court or a field here this season real quickly. Thank you. Ryan, you're on mute.
Nice sunglasses.
All right, next we're gonna have introductions of our deans and our monitors. Mr. Sladek, if you wanna pop on and lead spearhead the dean intros, please, followed by the monitors.
Hi there, I'll go ahead and do that. Hi everyone, class of 2024, welcome to Rangeview High School. My name is Delisha Boyd and I'm one of 3 deans here at Rangeview High School. We're so excited to have you here, and we're mostly excited just to get to know you in a non-disciplinary type of way. As you can see on the screen here, how deans and monitors are broken up to support students is myself, Delisha Boyd. I support students with last names F.A. through F.I. And that means if your last name is in that area and you need any type of support in terms of discipline, or someone's bothering you or bullying or anything really, you can come and see me or contact me. The next thing we have is Miss Vani Shehi, and her last name, she services students with last names FM through MC. And partly the reason why we have to break up our dean's responsibilities by an alphabet is there's so many of us students, your students here. So we've got about 2,300 students, and so it makes it real easy to know exactly who your dean is. So if your last name is FM through MC, you'll be with Miss Shehi. And the last alpha slice, which is a really large slice, is MD through Z, and that will be your dean, Brian Sladek, and you'll get to see both of them in a moment here. So again, anytime you need any type of support, we are here to support you. As you also can see, we have progress monitors who are here to support you as well. And so I'm going to turn it over. I'll introduce to you right now Mr. Sladek He is our Dean M through Z, and Ms. Sheehy at this time.
All right, what's up, Raiders? Happy to have you guys here at Rangeview. I'm going to talk about real quick some of the monitors that we have at Rangeview. Again, my name is Dean Sladek. I'll be handling anybody at the end of the alphabet. I got the big group. So let's talk about some of the monitors. You might have some of these guys calling you up, just checking on you. They are a support system for you. Know that, all right? So any questions that you have, any concerns that you have, these are the guys to talk to, including us deans, me, Ms. Boyd, and Ms. Shea. So let's introduce our couple monitors. They are related. We have an uncle and a nephew. We got Bruce Egloff on the left, played professional baseball. So many baseball fans out there, that's the guy you want to seek out. And then you got Uncle Rock Egloff on the right-hand side, military veteran, coal miner for many years. Awesome guys that you will see in the hallways, hopefully come late October. Next up, we got Mr. Rick Spriggs, head baseball coach, another awesome guy, there to support you all. He says, shouts out a message there. Hello, welcome to Rangeview. Excited for the new year. Hope to see you all soon. You can read the rest of that, but great guy to talk to, especially if you are a baseball player. We got Miss Vanessa Madera, a Rangeview alumni. You will hopefully see her in October as well. Also knows Spanish very well. She's excited to see you all, excited to be a support system. Awesome person we got a great staff here helping out in the halls, monitor, building security, you name it. We got Mr. Alex Amador Gutierrez, another Rangeview grad, another one of our monitors. Notice how many Rangeview grads we have here coming back. That's the kind of family we got. We got Mr. Kirk Robbins, another Rangeview grad, basketball player, awesome guy, another support system for you all. Look at all the degrees that he has. I can't even count how many colleges and degrees he has. And next up, we got Miss Annette Navarrete. She is new to us this year. She has been a game manager for many years for Rangers. You probably saw her around at some of our basketball games, volleyball games, you name it. Another great addition to the Rangeview staff, another support system for you all. We got Mr. Enrique Gonzalez, another baseball player, another Rangeview alumni. That's right, a lot of Rangeview alumni here. Another support system you guys working on ND through N. You guys will see him around. Newly married man working on his master's degree for counseling. So get a chance to know him, hopefully come October. And that is all for the monitors. So I'm going to turn it over to and introduce you guys to Ms. Vani Sheehy, one of our other amazing deans. But excited to have you guys on board and hopefully see you all in October. Welcome.
Welcome, Raiders. My name is Mrs. Sheehy. I have a difficult last name when you look to see how it is spelled. I don't know if you can see that, but you are welcome to call me Mrs. C. I even have teachers that have difficulty pronouncing my last name, but I do welcome all of you. I hope to meet you, not just because there's issues or trouble, just for any reason. You're welcome to come by my office, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all. And the best thing I can say to you is remain hopeful. Have a good day.
Thank you, Dean Sheehy, and all the deans and monitors. Next, our counseling department. This will be our last group of introductions prior to the link crew leaders joining you and explaining to you how to break into your sessions. So right now, I believe Ms. Semino and will be popping on and starting.
Hello. I just wanted to introduce our counselors real quick. I'm Miss Semino. You can call me Miss S, Miss Sim, whatever works for you guys. I will be doing the alphabet C through FL this year. So any students with the last name C through FL. All the counselors will be helping you. We can assist you with academic planning. We can help you learn and explore a post-secondary plan for after high school. We provide a safe space inside our offices for you to talk about your social emotional problems or any other problems you may be having. And if we can't help you here at school, we can connect you with community resources to help you further. You'll be seeing a lot of us this year. We'll be doing ICAP with you and some other things on Fridays during your asynchronous learning. So just look for us and please keep in touch with us. A lot of us, we moved offices around, so some of our phone extensions don't work yet, but you can always reach us through email. So I'm Miss Semino, and if you go to the next slide, I'll introduce, this is Mr. Eck. He will be doing anybody with the last name of M.E. through P.L. So if you have the last name M.E. through P.L., Mr. Eck is your counselor. And the next slide. Ms. Chu, it handles all students with last names P.O. to S.T. So Ms. Chu will be your counselor. And Ms. Larson, you went too fast. I need back to Ms. Larson. There we go, but right there. Ms. Larson will be your counselor if you have the last names I through MC. And then we have Mr. Springsteen. He will handle you if you have the last names F-O through H. And then Mr. Abraham has everybody with the last names A and B. And then one more, Miss Lanier, has everybody S-U through Z. And then Mr. Springsteen's going to get on now and explain to you how to log into IC and read your schedules.
All right, so should I stop sharing? Do you have slides to share, or are they already?
I put them in.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, great. Also, I just want to make a little friendly announcement that I have disabled the chat at this time. Unfortunately, there are several students that were not following our request to not clog up and have side conversations. So you will ask your questions when you go to your breakout room. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Raiders. My name is Mr. Springsteen, and I am going to be one of the counselors here this year. I'm really excited to get to know you guys, even if it has to be virtually here to start. Hopefully, I'll get to start meeting you all in person very soon. So this is my first year at Rangeview, and again, I'm really excited to be a part of the team. So I want to help you guys to understand your schedule a little bit. I know it's way different than what we were kind of all expecting for this year. So I want to make sure that you guys kind of have a handle on what we're looking at. So the first thing that you'll need to do, and not right this second, but at some point, if you haven't already, check out the Rangeview website, and you're going to want to go to the quick links section, and you're going to click on Infinite Campus for Students. So once you get to that page, you'll log in with your Google information. This is similar to what you've done in middle school if you've been in Aurora Public School. So if you've done it in middle school, you should know how to do it at this point. Use your Google to log into IC, then you will get a chance to look at your schedule once you're able to log in. So yeah, quick links there on the left side. We should find Infinite IC Parents and Students. Yep. So I want to click on that. Going to bring you here. Click on your campus student, and then you will be using your Google login. If you need help getting that information, you can email your counselor. We have that information and we can get that to you. All right, so let's say you've logged in, you're in your IC. Now let's take a look at what your schedule is gonna actually look like for you. So go to the next slide, thank you. All right, so here we see a screenshot of what it's gonna show on IC. The classes that you're gonna take are in the middle there. So for example, this student, it's showing Spanish 1, honors, math, concert choir. So those are the list of classes there that you're going to be taking, okay? And then on the left side of that, on the left side of the class is the time in which you'll be taking it. So it could be an AM session or it could be a PM session. So the AM session, again, is from 7:30 to 10:30. The PM sessions are always 12:30 to 3:30. And then if you look on the right side of the screen, you will see a set of dates. So the dates you're looking at are the times in which you'll be taking that class. So for example, if we look at math there in the middle, we see that we start math, or the student starts math on September 16th and goes through October 15th. So they will be taking the math class in the AM during those dates. Look at the top, we see Spanish. So that is showing a drop date of 9/15. I want to make sure you understand that that means that's during session 1. So that's going to start tomorrow, and that will end on September 15th. So any class you see on your schedule that says drop 9/15/2020, that means that's your first session, and you'll be starting that on Tuesday. So that's kind of the gist of what the schedules are going to look like for you guys. I know, we may all not get it right the first time and go into the right class or the right session, but we will help you guys learn everything you need to find to make sure you get to the right class. Just let us know, or let one of your teachers know, and they can help you too. Oh yeah, if you go to the next slide. Okay, so I meant to add this as well. So what we were just looking at was the first session and the second session. If you go up and you click on quarter 2 up here, you'll see the sessions 3 and 4. Now these are the last 2 sessions, and you'll see the dates there on the right. So for example, this honors physics class is going to be in the AM. We see that on the left side, AM. And on the right side, we see the start date is November 13th, and that'll go through December 17th. So again, make sure we're looking at the dates to determine when we will be attending that class. So that physics class won't start until that date.
Let me just add something as well. So some of you will have, and most of you will have, an AM and a PM session for like session 1. If you have something that says AM in the AM block and a session that starts tomorrow and it goes through 9/15, you have one in the AM block and one in the PM block, that means you would go to that class from 7:30 to 10:30 every day until September 15th. And then if you have one in the PM, that one is from 12:30 to 3:30 every day during that same time frame. You shouldn't have a class that is offered the same session, the same time. If you do, email your counselor so we can fix that. But if you look at the dates and the times that your classes are being offered, that should guide you a little bit on whether you're in session 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so email your counselor with any questions that you have.
Please, everybody mute. I just went ahead due to questions in the chat before disabling the chat. Students had questions about what their day would look like. We just verbally explained it. I did type it in the chat box, but here's a visual for you to understand what your day is going to look like Monday through Thursday. All right, and so again, 7:30 to 10:30, you have a 3-hour synchronous class. Synchronous means real time. Your teachers should have already reached out to you and or will be reaching out to you with their Google Classroom links for you to join tomorrow morning if you have an AM class. Most of you have 2 classes, so an AM and a PM. So 3 hours, you will get breaks. They will give you brain breaks, don't worry. And then you will have a 2-hour lunch/transition break. This is a great time to also maybe do some homework, or if you have a sibling that you need to help support, but you do have a 2-hour break. And then 12:30 to 3:30 is your second PM class. Again, it's synchronous, meaning you need to be in that class at 12:30 for directions with your teacher. Then on Fridays will be asynchronous, which means the teachers will put out. Please mute. Please make sure you're muted. Thank you so much. Teachers will give you assignments to do on Friday, and you will do those within that Friday day, but just make sure you get it in on Friday so that you can get credit for your work and attendance. So Fridays are not like you have to log in right at 7:30, but you do need to log in pretty early to just make sure you know what you're supposed to do that day. But that day is a self-learning, self-directed based on the assignments your teachers have posted. We will also post this in the Google Classroom. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the link crew we have Mr. Ullman and Ms. Myers. I'm going to have them pop on and let me know if they want to introduce themselves first, or do they want me to play the video first?
Hey, I'm here. This is Mr. Ullman. I just wanted to say hello and hang in there with us. This is new for everybody. We are so glad that you're part of the Raider family. Ms. Myers, do you want to talk before the video or just wait till after the video and guide them to their Google Meets? Okay, so yeah, go ahead and play the video if you could, Ryan, and then we'll tell them how to get to their meetings.
Awesome.
My screen is black.
So at this time, all of our guest staff members, you are welcome to log off. You can stay on if you'd like as well. But at this time, introductions should be complete. If there's anyone that I missed that wanted to introduce themselves, I'm going to pause real quick for you to pop on and introduce yourself. Sounds like I didn't forget anyone. Great. So at this time, please mute and we're going to watch this video and then you're going to go ahead into your breakout rooms. Enjoy your video.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. You're still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. You burned your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but you didn't tell your knees that I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone I always laugh with, even at my worst, the best we can. Yeah. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Awesome.
So-
So Mr. Ullman and Ms. Myers are going to take it away.
Yeah, hi everybody. So as you can see, we have some amazing link crew leaders that are just really excited to meet you, get to know you, and learn who you are. So the next part of the meeting, we're gonna have you all go into breakout rooms. So I wanna take a moment to explain how the breakout rooms will work, and then how the rest of the meeting will go, okay? On the link, and that is going to take you to your small group where link leaders are so excited to meet with you. They're waiting for you there. They're going to do a few activities. They can answer a couple of questions you have. And then once you're done with them, you're actually going to come back to this Zoom meeting where we have the amazing, fantastic Mr. Laguana ready to hype you up.
I on? Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. Laguana. I know that you're muted, and I appreciate that. I've been watching some of you work in the chat, and I'm the choir teacher here, and I'm really excited to start this year because, you know, challenges, if you're going to try something new. So I'm pretty excited to share my time if I have you as a student, because I have quite a few freshmen in my classes in choir. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I think it's going to be real interesting. I'm the closer of this, so getting you hype, I'm not sure if I'm going to get you hype enough to start and be ready. This was obviously frustrating for a lot of people, as you know, we have a lot of learning to do here. So I'm excited that you're here. Just being on this chat, you have to remember that we have a class of over 500 freshmen, and only half of you are actually even in this video right now. There's about 240 people in this video. So you are the top 50% of the freshman class just being here. So thank you so much for that. I know that it was frustrating. I know that the chat got in and out, and we had some immature people that still think they're in middle school, and that's okay. They'll grow up quick. And if not, then it'll be a long ride for them. But for the rest of you that have been doing everything you've been doing, listening, paying attention, you are awesome. I congratulate you. You've taken the first step into remote learning and the excitement that is Rangeview High School. As you noticed with Mr. Asami, Ms. Myers, Mr. Ullman, and of course myself, we're all here to help you do the best that we can do, even though this is a weird time. And I like to think of it kind of like this. So if you can't see my screen, if you don't see me like videoing you, the visuals to this are a lot more important than just listening to me. So look at your screen for me real quick. Look at my video, pin my video. If you know how to do that, it's really kind of simple. You just hover over my picture and then right click and pin it. And then you'll see my video, like what I'm doing, how I'm waving my hands at you. I got these really cool headphones on right now. And if your screen is laggy, like all internet is, then you're going to see like this. And don't worry about it. We'll catch back up as we go through. Here's the thing, is that you've spent the day. Now, when we do this in a normal world, you usually have to come in at like 7:30 in the morning, and then you're here till like 3:30. That's a long day. But we know that virtually learning, online learning, is a lot more exhausting because you're sitting, you don't really get to engage, the chat's been disabled, I've asked you to mute, things like that. You may feel like, okay, I need to go do something. And that's why we shorten this time for you, so that way you can maximize your learning while minimizing the pain. So I like to think of the day like $1. So here's $1. You know, you don't have a job, and if you do have a job, that's awesome. You know the value of $1. And so you know that using this day and using this amount, we'll just say that you get paid $1 at the end of the day. And we had some bumps. Someone in the chat was very disrespectful, and so we had to disable. And that may seem like a problem, and so we kind of made a mistake. But the best part about mistakes is you can put them back together. If we tape it, it's still good. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not exactly the way it was before. You can see that there's a little bit, you know, you tape it, they'll still take it. They'll still take your money. But then, you know, we have some people that don't know how to mute their mic. I mean, if you've ever been online, you know that muting your mic is important, because all the sound all at once is difficult. And so they forgot to mute their mic. And now we have 2 mistakes. You know, the chat's disabled, I muted my mic. This world is difficult. And so you can still fix it though. You can still try to put it back together. You need more tape, and it's going to be a struggle, but it's okay. Let's say you didn't even make the makeout room, or the breakout room. Makeout room. I know you're laughing at that right now because we all say silly things. I'm sorry, but the breakout room, you didn't even make it. And now you have 8 pieces of a struggle bus, and you haven't even started real classes yet. I know you're thinking to yourself, oh man, how am I going to put this together? How am I going to work tomorrow? Am I going to have those same people that didn't do the chat correctly, that can't mute their mic, that couldn't get into a breakout, that just can't do things online? Am I going to learn? That seems like a lot. And so you shut down, like you're not even listening right now. Like you're probably on TikTok or playing a video game while listening to me. And so you're losing even more information. Now I'm at 16 pieces. And how many more times do you have to ruin or forget or have struggles with this day before you realize that putting it back together and trying to recapture the magic of that day is gone. It's gone. You lose little pieces, you forget what you're doing, and it's gone. That is the first day of high school. Now, we have 100+ days of high school. Just your first year, 100+ days. In this first semester, 90 days. What are you going to do with that day? What are you going to do with that first semester? Are you going to go ahead and make another mistake and just go, just forget it? I know some of you out there are looking and you're like, yeah, this is a real $100 bill. Legit. Look at it. It's a real $100 bill. And I know some of the people out there are going to go, rip it. No big deal. Because it's not your money, is it? It's mine. You saw me rip up $1. You're like, it's $1. What if I ripped up 100? Go for it. It's not my money. But it's your education. It's your time. Miss Giacemi was patient. Miss Myers, Mr. Ullman, we all sat there. I watched the whole Zoom session, and they sat there and tried to answer your questions. We had people with bilingual issues, and you were patient. We helped you there, things like that. Still having difficulties. Do you think the first day is going to be perfect? No, it's going to be difficult. But if you waste an entire semester worth of high school, you're going to be much more broke at the end than you really are. Because that type of learning, that type of education doesn't just magically come back. You lose that time. Time is precious. And so I know tomorrow, your first day of classes with everyone else who hasn't even practiced on Zoom with 267 people. There are people that came to this late and they're like, why is he holding a $100 bill up? What does this have to do? Well, guess what? You know, you were on time. You know what to do. And if you weren't, listen, it's okay. You're gonna make it. Be patient, have grace, ask for help. We are all learning. Like right now, my screen is frozen on the left-hand side because I have like 4 screens going at the same time. And I don't even know if this video is actually coming out to anyone because everyone's silent. So I'm just talking to a computer screen, hoping that someone's hearing my message, that your education is worth so much. It's worth more than money because at the end of 4 years, you get a diploma. And that diploma will open doors for you, will give you opportunities and hopefully prepare you and give you not only the education you need, but the relationship with teachers, with friends, with the community. Get involved. I know it's hard. Right now, Rangeview High School is not normal. No one is normal, but control the things you can control. Join clubs. We're going to have a bunch of them. Reach out to your teachers via email. Make sure that you're communicating appropriately, and when other people aren't, don't let them hinder your learning and turn all of your education into a waste. I hope that you'll have a fantastic first year because on behalf of all the teachers here I know and the staff, we're working hard for you. We're all going to struggle, we're all going to learn, but we're going to do it together. So good luck, and if you need anything at all, I'm not just a choir teacher. I love to answer questions. I love to help as best as possible. Reach out to me. So thanks so much for listening to my spiel, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.
All right. At this time, we have just one last video to share. These are some things that you can look forward to once we return to somewhat normal school, when you can be in person. We have so many activities and cultural events and sporting events and traditions. So as we wrap up, here is that final video. Justin asked about ROTC. Justin, I'm going to email you, all right? I'm gonna email you a follow-up. The rest of you, please check your APS email. If you are not able to get into your APS email, call the main office and Ms. Gonzalez can help you, all right? And so at this time, I'm going to share my screen and play our last video. Thank you so much for coming. Go Raiders.
When some loud bragger tries to put me down and says this school is great, I tell him right away, now what's the matter, buddy? Ain't you heard of my school? It's #1 in the state. Hey, hey, take it away. So be true to your school. Just like you do your girl. for football and track. I'm proud to wear it now when I cruise around the other parts of the town. I got my decal and bag, so be true to your school. Just like you would to your girl. Be true to your school. The true colors fly. Be true to your school. We like it, we like it. Come Friday, we'll be jacked up on the football game, and I'll be ready to fight. We're gonna smash it now. My girl will be working on her pom-poms now, and she'll be yelling tonight. So be true to your school, just like you would to your girl. Be true to your school. Let your colors fly. Be true to your school. Push it back, way
Thank you for joining us. Hopefully I'm